Y'all ready for this? Yeah. My girl, and say, this is the Lisa Baxter Show, giving you the 411 in the kidney one. My girl, and say, this is. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, you gotta go to sleep. I'm trying to put you to sleep. Hello, doctor. How are you? Hello, nurse. How are you? Huh? You said my baby got nephrotic syndrome. Well, where would he get nephrotic syndrome from? Shh, you didn't hear that. Where would he get nephric, whatever syndrome from? Where would he get that from? Me and his father are perfectly healthy. We are healthy. We're good. We're fine. And we're excellent. All right. We take care of our bodies and everything. And why wouldn't my little muffin have anything like that? I don't know where you're coming from with that, and I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know anything about dialysis. Well, he's just a baby. Oh, what? Small as he is, he's not even that big or that old. Dialysis for my baby? I don't. You should have warned me when I was carrying him or something. You should have said something. No, you people don't say anything. No, you just coming in now. You want to get my baby dialysis. You know how much money dialysis is? Oh, I know how much it costs. Oh, I did the homework. Yes, I did. I did the homework. I did everything. I did the math. And now you telling me now my baby. I mean, come on now. Come on. I mean, I'm running up money and everything. You know what I'm gonna call? I'm gonna call my girl. All right. I'm gonna call those people in Urban Health. I forgot the name of it. Urban Health Outreach. I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna call. I'm gonna talk to them. Matter of fact, I'm going on one of these shows. That's right. Yes. Yeah. Me and the baby. Me and the baby and the father. Right, boo? Yes. Okay. That's all it. Because I know this is the Lisa Baxter Show, giving you the 411 in the kidney world. You know, in real life, you cannot throw no babies around, you know. I was wondering what I was going to use. I got home kind of late. Hi, you guys. How you doing? I hope everything is great, wonderful, and fine. I had a great weekend. Yes, I did. In spite of what the doctor was telling me about having diabetes and about having cholesterol, and they want to give me medication from it. I never had these issues before. Even when I was heavy and even when I was eating terrible and rotten, I didn't have these issues. But I'm going to do whatever it takes to fix this type of thing. So if it takes losing some weight, changing the diet again, you know, working with the doctors. I just got to make sure sometimes you need other opinions or sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. So, but I still went to see Bad Boys and I had a good time seeing that yesterday. And the day was my Archbishop birthday celebration at a steakhouse in Corona, Queens. We had a ball. And boy, I'm just tired. But sometimes when you're tired, you need a little fun. You need a little laughter. You need to be with some family and friends. So that's what I went and did. You know, and prayers go out to Kobe Bryant's family. My heart is broken. I love sports. My husband, God bless the dead, loves sports too. And I'm just so sorry his daughter died young and him dying. And it's just a loss to the just to us all, to not just sports, but just to us all who love him, knew him, watched him, and enjoyed his game. So prayers go out to him and his family. I would like to introduce my guest. Let me tell you, again without the reading glasses, but y'all know the post. How about that? I have a Mr. Damian Gregory Webster. He has his company is called MGJS. He's the CEO, the president of he's the president of that company. All right. He has a cleaning company as well. And he does building trade and just a little bit of everything. He's a son of a kidney warrior, a 22 year kidney warrior. That's right. And I'm here to introduce him. He's going to tell you his own story, and we're just going to love and teach you guys something tonight. How about that? Damian Webster, welcome to the Lisa Baxter Show.
Hey everybody, thanks for having me.
I'm glad to have you. I am definitely glad to have you. You looking good.
Thank you.
How's that Florida weather out there?
Oh, it's lovely. It was a little chilly this past week, but the average is like 75 degrees, so I ain't complaining.
And y'all calling that chilly, please. You from New York, so you know.
Yeah.
You know from the warm into the cold weather.
Yes, ma'am. It's a big difference from New York. I'm not compl- I'm not I love New York. There's no place like home, but Florida's my second home, and I'm starting to love it too. The weather is beautiful all year round, and a lot of opportunities out here.
Wow. What opportunities like what?
Well, with the warm weather, there's a lot of things going on where in New York you wouldn't have it because it gets cold for like 6 months out the year. So that's one thing to have up on New York. But the weather, the opportunities, a lot of things out here in Florida is the price is a lot more reasonable. With come to real estate and the living to live out here, the market is not as bad as New York.
Oh, the cost of living is lower.
A lot lower.
Wow. Well, that's good to know. That's good to hear. I've been out there and I've been visiting out there, and I saw out there, where you work, where you live, and what have you. How was that commute? Before I get into what you do and everything, how was that transition from moving from being and living in one place to another? Because I know that couldn't have been an easy decision.
It was really hard. It was really hard. I've been doing this move. I've been planning this move for the last probably 4 or 5 years, to be honest. And there's always some roadblocks that you encounter. I just
Okay.
the last year I was like, you know what? I just got to do it. I can't worry about anything else. I just got to if you trying to save X amount of dollars before you do it, it's gonna probably be hard. You just gotta do what you gotta do, save your little pennies, and don't look back and move forward. Have a plan. You gotta have a good plan though before you do it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, then. All right. So you hear that? Save your money, get the money straight, right?
Yeah, money gotta be straight first.
Okay. All right. So, well, I'm glad it worked out for you.
Thank
Now,
you, thank you.
now, what is MGJS management? Tell me a little bit about that.
So MGJS Management is my cleaning company that I have in New York, and the MGJS is initials for my wife's name, my daughter Jolie's name, and I got each initial stands for somebody else in
Well,
my family. So
right.
it's like
Nice.
a family business.
Right. I heard you say that. I thought that was so um nice. Okay. I'm not sure I saw that. I think it said something about turn the background down. I don't know. I'm not sure what. I can't hear the feedback in his house. Or you can still hear feedback in the house.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe it's the volume of the phone, or maybe you got something plugged in, or I don't know. Technical stuff ain't my thing. I'm still moving my camera around trying to get my room right here.
Yeah, I unplugged
Certain things
everything around me.
I don't want to show. So I'm trying.
Yeah.
It's not working for me either. But
You look real nice today. You look nice yourself on, Lisa.
okay, I ain't mad at you.
You look
Thank you,
real.
nephew.
You
Thank
welcome.
you. All right. Hopefully it's sounding better. So what exact what? The phone in the background. What? He moved it too fast for me to read it all. Every week I have a new challenge. The devil's a liar. I tell you, sometimes doing the show is not easy, but I do pray for the ones that do it. All right. Is that my background noise now? Because I'm hearing feedback when I'm talking. Because I don't have nothing in here. It's nothing but an empty. But
Yeah, it's quiet
it
in my
is.
background.
It's yours. So
In
I
my
don't know.
background?
What do you supposed to do in that? Ask him what. He knows it's his background. I don't know what he want me to ask you. Did you turn it down? I don't know what he's saying, really. Is it? Are you in a bathroom or something? I don't know what. I don't know. If someone else is listening, oh, is anybody else plugged into that? Because I just sent it to his wife. I sent it to his phone too, because I didn't know which phone he was going to use. So I sent the link to two phones. Maybe one of the other phones is off. Turn the
Yeah,
other phone off.
it's off now. Everything's off.
Hallelujah. Oh, I knew we'd get it done. How about that? Now let's get this show on the road.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
sorry about that.
Things happen. I know we had to get it done, so I had to go that way and send it to two phones. You got when you're doing a show, you got to have a lot of stuff to get it together. I know that's right. Every phone and every laptop got to be working or something. Well, anyway, you started this cleaning business back in New York, and you still have a cleaning business there and here, or how does that work, sir?
Yes, so I still have it in New York. Thank God. I live in Florida, and then I run it. I run it from Florida. I got a good team out there in New York that take care of the job for me, and I oversee the jobs. They send me pictures when the job is done, and I going back and forth with the property managers and the developers. When they need new jobs done.
Okay. Now, in your cleaning business, what are you cleaning? You cleaning buildings, right? Tell us something
Yes,
about that.
yes. So I clean like the common areas of a building where
Uh-huh.
they have like the hallway, the elevators. If they have a bathroom, I take care of the bathrooms and inside the lobbies, and then also I take care of the parking lots, the sidewalks and the parking lots. For the outside areas, and
All right.
I go there. I'm sorry.
No, no, no. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I was saying, is I rotate different properties, throughout the week.
Oh, nice, nice. So it's a building up and running, or is it a construction building, or both?
So all the buildings I have is up and running.
Okay.
I got a few laundromats and I got a few Dollar Trees, and they're the ones that they're ready in business and they have a franchise, and I go there after hours, during hours, and I clean up for them.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. So you're a man about town. You started something in New York, and then you still running it through New York, and you got a good team. Do you have a big or a large team?
Um, it's a um, it's a
Nice size.
small team.
Okay.
It's a good team that I have. They've been with me for like, you know, over some of the guys been with me over like probably like 7 years. They've been with me for a while. I know they family. They've been very good to me, and I'm trying to show love back.
Oh wow. Excellent. Excellent. Well, you got a team that's a family. That's always good. Now, we're gonna ride on over to Florida. Now you got to Florida because I know you did your homework before you went to Florida because you had to find a place to live and
Yes.
you had to find, I believe, a job while you're out there, and then you open some businesses too. So I want you to take me through it all.
Yeah. So while I was in New York, a good friend of mine's, he was telling me about these investments. He know a good guy that he's affiliated with,
Uh-huh.
um, and we was going back and forth. I was very interested in Florida, and I wanted to move there one day. So I was going back and forth, checking out different opportunities, and
Mm.
he um, he introduced me to this guy that's a game changer. That he
Oh,
introduced me to real estate in Florida, and I invested my money from my cleaning company in New York into into a gym in Florida and into a restaurant. Was the first two things that I invested my money into from New York.
oh, well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, How would you say that you tie into kidney disease? I mean, what is it that you know or learned about kidney disease?
Well, I learned a lot, because of my family. They so involved, and they teach me a lot over the years, about the different diseases that the kidneys can have. Um, I'm familiar with the polycystic kidneys.
Uh,
My mom, she'd been experiencing kidney failure, and then, you know through her, I learned a lot.
oh, excellent, excellent. Were you ever afraid or that you would get polycystic kidney disease or anybody in the family else?
Yeah, I was very afraid. I was very afraid, because it runs in my family. Besides my mom, my aunts and my uncles, they've been exposed to the same diseases. I got cousins that have been exposed to it, so I was very afraid. When I was younger, my mom, she brought me to the hospital and got me checked out, and that's when I found out I was cleared from the disease. So I was grateful,
Well, how
and
old were you when she took you to get this appointment or this checkup?
um, I know I was very young. I was probably around like 11.
Okay.
Around that age, my mom took the whole family, and we all got checked out, one by one, to make sure, we was clear.
Wow, wow. And it was five of y'all, right?
Yes, five of us, and it was a scary experience, not knowing, if you have it or not. So, I'm just grateful. I'm still doing my research, because I have kids myself that have to get
Yeah,
tested. So,
yeah.
and then every generation is just, we got to get tested. So it's an ongoing thing, and education is power. I'm trying to spread knowledge, and you know, the more knowledge I can have, the better for everybody, around that I'm affiliated with, that I love.
Wow. That's heavy. Woo! Woo! Now, I love the fact that you said not only that you got tested or you went to get tested or glad your mother got you tested, but you said even you would get your children tested, and since it ran in the family, you would get every generation needs to be tested. I ain't
Yes,
mad at you.
yes,
I I
yes.
am not mad at you.
You got to be safe. You got to be safe. You don't want to get caught off guard, so you can prepare for it. Have the right diets, because there's signs that the doctors could tell you. So you won't be caught off guard when later on, when if your kidney starts failing.
Yeah, there's signals and signs and symptoms.
Yes,
Right, right, right. Well, I know out of five of you, only two of your siblings have it.
yes. So
Yeah.
the three out of five was cleared when we got tested, and two of us was tested positive for the polycystic kidney disease. So you know um they found out at a young age, and they was able to know, learn, and prepare themselves for anything that you know anything that could prepare themselves for the future, so they're not surprised with any symptoms that could come.
Wow, wow, wow. Well, have you ever been to a dialysis center or been to the center with your mom or visit or picked her up or anything?
Oh yes, a lot of times, I dropped my mom off, I picked her up, I inquired about a few. I had a friend that worked at a dialysis center. I do a lot of research. Yeah, I'm very familiar with the centers. They got a unique smell when you walk in there. You know, yeah, I know it. I know it pretty well.
Wow, wow. Well, that's good. That's good. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? You with these kind of things, it's good to go with your parent. If you had a sibling, it's good to even go with them or encourage them. You know what I mean? I don't know about you, but I felt a little guilty when my siblings were on dialysis and I wasn't. And when they had disease and I didn't, or I didn't know that I had it at that time, or wasn't tested at that time. I learned
Yes.
about that when I was getting married to your Uncle Mitch. And we happened to do the blood test for getting married, and that's when I found out. And I'm like, what? You know.
Wow.
So when I saw that, I
Tough.
didn't know what to do exactly. I didn't know what to say. I just told him, look, I don't know what this disease is. You ain't got to marry me, run away, kind of thing. But he said he believed God and he married me anyway. And
Yep.
he went with me to treatments and all kind of stuff. He was standing
Yeah,
by
no.
my side, by me, even
Great
trying to give
man.
me a kid. But
Great man.
oh yes, so with siblings, sometimes you'll feel that way because I felt guilty because I wasn't sick or nothing wasn't wrong with me. Lo and behold, I had the doggone disease too. Lo and behold, I did 12 years of dialysis. Who knew? But I mean, that's why you gotta talk in families. What? Uh, the earphones? What? Put it on. You got earphones or earpiece or something?
Yeah,
You
I
got
got headphones. Should I put it on?
I believe you want me to let you put them on. We're
All
gonna
right.
find out. We working together tonight. We in the team here. You in the room with me, right? You
Yeah.
know what I mean. You in this together, even though you're in Florida and I'm in New York.
I'm grabbing the
So,
headphones now. Marjorie.
mm-hmm. Get the family involved. That's right. Go on, get them answers.
Ask me the headphones, please.
But yeah, your siblings, you love them and you care about them. You don't want the disease either, but you didn't want nobody to get it. And then you glad you didn't get it, but then you feel bad they got it.
Yeah, I felt bad that I got people that I love that
Guilt.
that 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 got it, and
Yes,
then
yes,
it hurts when you see your loved ones get affected by it, but you could learn as much as you could learn, and you could be there
yes,
for them, and you could be their right hand and guide them, try to guide them, help them, and give them the advice that if
yes.
I didn't have the research, if I didn't study, I wouldn't be able to give them advice and be there for them. So I felt bad for them, of course, and I'm trying to do whatever I could do to make things a little easier for them, and.
Well, at least you studied. At least you studied because your mother used to try to give me and your Aunt D stuff all the time. Yolanda tried to give us stuff, and we wouldn't take this stuff, or we took it and we ain't read it. We threw it up. That's how I know when I do this kind of work, I know who's gonna throw it away, who don't want to be bothered, who's not gonna listen, who's gonna give you a hard time. You know what I mean? So you find
Yes.
out. You do know, and it took me a long time to learn that. It didn't affect me then. And I figured, well, why she telling me this? It ain't bothering me now. So if it ain't bothering me now, let's discuss it. All of that stuff is ignorant and it's stupid on my part. And I'm glad that I learned later or understood later. But who knew that, you should do this anyway? You know what I mean? But this is what happens when you're growing up and you don't trust doctors because my parents died young. I didn't trust doctors. And I went only when I was sick and I went when I needed a note. You know what I'm saying? I told
Yeah.
them we ain't had no disease in the family because all of this is ignorance. And I'm being an open book because I keep it 1,000 on my show. You know what I'm saying? So if I
That's,
did that, anybody could or would do that.
I
But
agree.
I'm glad that you did that. It was hard hearing that Latrell and Melody had the disease, and that's my sister's grandchildren. She already had one child that had it, and her children both had it, and they all was on the show.
Oh
I
yeah.
had to I had to put it out there because some families hide or they embarrassed or nobody knows about it and they won't expose it. But I expose myself and my
Yes.
family, whoever want to be exposed. The quiet ones, I just keep them quiet. I just say, so and so got it. But we know who so and so is. You know, but what I wanted to say, because I feel so passionate about this and we having such a good conversation um with this. If you, God forbid, I mean, you're not on it, you're not going to be on it, but if it was you, what would you say you would do if it was you the one?
Well, what thing that I'll change, and I'll be more outspoken, and so I could speak to the people so they know not to worry that that there's things you could do, it's not a it's not as bad as people, when they hear dialysis, there's I would just want to be out there to inform people more about it so they can understand it more. And I'll change my diet. I would change a lot of things that so I could my diet is good now, but if I had you know the kidney disease, I probably would eat a lot less meat, and wouldn't party as much, wouldn't drink at all. I'll take things more serious, but that's probably the two biggest things, is the diet, and and
Yeah.
party and hanging out and partying. I'll cut that out.
Wearing the body out, huh?
Yeah, yeah, I try to stay as healthy as possible.
Yeah, because meat and pork, they're hard to digest through the body, and it makes the kidneys and stuff work more. You know what I mean? I remember before I was on dialysis, they gave me a whole different diet that was very little meat. Must have been about, what, 3 ounces of meat. And then
And I
next thing
love
I know, I get on dialysis, they talking about 8 ounces. I'm like, eight? I don't even eat meat like that or like meat like that.
yeah.
But when I did eat it, I could beat you across the street and run around the block and everything. Like I had just the energy. So, I learned some things about that. So I learned that maybe I won't eat as much, but I will eat some of it if that's what it would take. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Sometimes you just got to do whatever it takes.
yeah, what you do. I love cheeseburgers, so I know I would have to cut all that out.
Well, I ate burgers and stuff like that. I ate a children's burger,
Okay.
but I mean, some stuff is just weighed and some stuff is just prepared differently. You know what I mean? You remember back in the days, they put fat back grease and all that and everything. That's the Southern
MSG.
side of the family. The West Indian side of the family cooked a little bit wild too. But in that case, and that kind of thing, you had to change things differently. You know what I mean? There was turkey this and smoked that and this and that. They had a little bit of everything to try to jazz up the food or make it taste good or make it edible. But when you sick, it ain't nothing worse than having some rotten food. You just rather not have nothing to eat. So you got to know how to cook it better or be educated about how to cook it. You
Yeah, you
know?
got to. Yeah, cooking is everything. You could still have certain foods, but if you cook it, you can have they got burgers now that's made out of plants. So there's ways you can still still eat good, but you got to eat smart. And certain things you just can't do. But so much technology now that you still can have a good time and go out to eat and have a healthy meal, and it still tastes good.
You can even make your own veggie burger. I remember I was doing that one time too. I did some of everything. I don't know what diet I wasn't on or what I didn't try to do, whether I was trying to lose weight, gain weight, keep the same weight, improve life. That's how my high blood pressure was going. I changed the diet and I lost the weight and I never had to do it again till I got on the transplant. And then that brought the pressure back. Then I got that good again. And I went to work and that made it go back up again. So I'm still working on that, but it's getting better. How about that? It was really good the other day. So, but if you had to talk to somebody that son right now, his mother is on dialysis and he might be hysterical, he might be in pain about it. What advice could you give him?
Well, to be strong for his mother, or for his loved one, be there for them. Don't show that you are sad. You got to be strong, and that'll go a long way by you just staying positive and doing your research. Being aware. That's just priceless. Always just be there for your loved one and try to be helpful.
Wow. That's good. That's good. Now, if it was now you're a husband, you're a father.
Yes.
I mean, you might couldn't give advice, but if you was in this situation, what would you do if it was your wife, and what would you do if it was one of your children? How you think you could or would handle it with the knowledge that you know now?
Yes. Thank God that I would be more prepared if my son or my wife was affected by the disease.
Yeah.
When my mom got affected by it, it was in the it was in the late 90s. I didn't know much about it at the time, so I wasn't prepared to give no advice and not to help. I was, I could have been more involved. But now, what I know now, because what I went through with my mom and my other family members, I think I'd be a great person by their side. I could give them advice. I tell them there's nothing to worry about. Life goes on. People have been living 30 years 30, 40 plus years on dialysis. So I just tell them, just believe in God, and and stay positive, and and you still could achieve all your dreams.
Well, what did you learn, would you say, from your Uncle Mark, my brother Mark, your Uncle
Yes.
Shelton, your Aunt Dees, and myself, with us being on dialysis? What have you say you could take away from the table from your aunts and uncles, my siblings?
Well, it affected everybody a little differently.
It did.
Um, I've been watching how it affected all my aunts and uncles, and it was rough. It was rough. Watching them. At that time when I was younger, watching my uncles, my aunts, go through the treatments and stuff. I wasn't really understanding what was going on, and
Hmm.
and I was just a little depressed and sad that they was going through that. As time goes on, I started realizing that the machines is keeping them alive, and it wasn't for those machines, I would have lost them a long time ago. So I was just grateful that there was an option that they had to keep them going, and and instead of me being a little depressed, I started being more aware and being probably happy because I was able to spend more time with them and still spend time with them and experience life with them, and that's priceless.
Wow. Your faith done kicked in. Woo! Yeah.
Thank God.
But amen. Amen. Wow. Wow. Well, I like the fact and the idea that how close you are with the family. I'm so proud of you, starting your businesses, doing your businesses, relocating, and that's working for you. That don't work for everybody. You didn't have to run back with your, tail between your legs, or give up or be discouraged. You kept your business going. You still checked on your mom. You checked on me, and
Yes.
even while we were there in Florida, the 10 days. And I'm very proud of you. I'm proud of you
Thank
and
you.
Marjorie, the children. I love y'all to the moon and back. And I just thank y'all for your love being your. I know y'all trying to get us to move there.
I would love
I,
that. I would love that. Come to the Sunshine State. Yeah,
Woo,
that'd
you
be a
gotta
dream come
fill me off
true.
a wall. I love New York
Yeah,
so much. You gotta fill me off a wall. Only because I'm so independent here. I don't know how to be independent anyplace else.
yeah.
I can learn, but that'll kill me if I'm not as active as I am somewhere else. Because I've seen people sometimes do nothing when they go somewhere else and get sick or die or whatever. And I
Oh,
know that's not everybody. Some
yeah, I
people do
know.
thrive. So I ain't mad about that. You know what I mean? I just don't want that to be me. This is my whole life, all this running around and being
I
a
love New
blessing.
York.
So
I love New York too. So eventually one day I would like to have a residence in Florida and New York. I like to go back and forth to both states. Do business in
yeah,
both states. Because I got loved ones in both states. So
amen.
you know so I would like to open up doors for my mom and my aunt and my sisters to be able to go back and forth. Also, a lot of people in Florida, when it gets during the hurricane season, they go to New York, for a few months, so they have
Wow.
two residents. So a lot of people don't stay in Florida all year round. It has its seasons out here. So during the hurricane season, everybody's trying to
Everybody run
run
the
up
other way,
north.
huh?
Yeah,
Ship
getting away,
ahoy.
getting yeah. So that's something that I'll probably would like to let y'all know about. You don't have to be here all year round. So it has options
Sure.
where Florida,
Sure.
Yeah. So sometimes in New York it's so cold that you can come down here and enjoy the nice weather. So it goes both ways.
It works out. It balances out. I ain't
Yeah.
mad at you. It's something to definitely to consider. I'm thinking about it. I've been thinking about it. God knows all things.
All
But
things.
I pray about every decision. Now, if is there anything that we might have missed, or anything you would like to talk about, or anything you like to say that you think that will make a difference in anybody's life that's listening, whether they're the son or whether they're anybody that with a kidney disease or whatever, is there anything?
Well, you know, do your research. Get tested. And once you know your results, you know, do the right things. People know that with a certain disease that you can't do a certain thing, and if you do right, if you do the right things, the sky's the limit. You can live a long, healthy life. So as long as you'll get checked in, and you know your status, the sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. So just stay positive, do your research, you know, and then the doctors, go to your treatments.
Wow, wow. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Is there anybody, excuse me, is there anybody that you would like to give any shout outs to or anybody at all?
Oh, well, I would love to give you a shout out. Thank you for
Woo,
inviting me to your
woo.
show. This is an honor to be on your show. I hear so much about your show, and I always wanted to come on it. And this is a blessing, so I could I could spread knowledge to the people that haven't been aware or don't have nobody in their family that's been exposed to
Yeah.
such a disease, that people don't know much about. So I'm happy that I could spread some knowledge about it. I'm happy that I have experience, positive experience, so that's priceless, and I would like to let the world know.
Wow, wow.
And
Well, all right.
you know I have I have an opportunity to move to Florida. My partner Kevin, he exposed me to a lot of things out here. So I would like to give him a shout out. He's I give a shout out to my beautiful wife and my family, my kids. My mom, she has my back. My dad, if I was giving out shout outs, thank God for all the blessings that I have. And
Amen.
I'm just so grateful. Yeah,
Wow.
and then everybody that's that's listening to your show, I give them a shout out also.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I've been trying to get you on for a long time. So you said you was waiting, but I was trying to get you since you was tired. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
I'm happy.
I
I'm happy that you have me here on Lisa. And if you need
sure.
anything, I'm here for you, and I got your back 150%.
Woo, I love that. Come on now. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Well, I thank you for even coming on the show, sharing your business, your knowledge, your restaurant business, your exercising center, your cleaning business, your family. I just appreciate you
Thank you.
sharing all of your things. And I hope it was enough time. It's only a 30-minute show. I don't know if we might have went over or under. We had technical difficulties, but it's all good now. How about that? You know what I'm saying? So thank you. I'm going to end the show, but I got to say something to my audience before I go. I got to thank them as well. But Damie, my muffin, my booger, my booby.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
me.
so much for being on the show, Mr. Webster. Appreciate you.
Thank
Keep
you,
doing great
Lisa.
things in Florida, all right?
I
And in New
will,
York.
and I will. Thank you for having me, and God bless you. God bless your show, and hope I see you soon.
All right, Muffin. Mwah. Thank you. Well, guys, you've heard it. You've heard it from the family through the bloodline. That's right. Some stuff happens in family. Things happen through the blood. And so, this is what it's all about. You got to share. You got to put it out there. You got to be open. You got to be honest. And this is your girl giving you the 411 every time from the left, the right, and from the center. How about that? I ain't mad at y'all. Y'all have a great night, a beautiful evening, and I'll see you next week. Super Bowl Sunday. Y'all ready for that? How about that? I ain't mad at you. God bless. Good night. Be well, and thanks.
Y'all ready for this? Yeah.
This is the Lisa Baxter Show, giving you the 411 and the kidney one. My girl, and say.